beauties and cuties, it's your girl Coley J here, and I'm going to be doing some holiday looks for this holiday season. Now it's probably going to be from December all the way until January. And now we all know that Jesus is the reason for the season. So let me start you off with this small scripture from Isaiah 7:14. It says, "Therefore the Lord himself will give you a sign. Behold, the virgin shall conceive and bear a son, and shall call his name Emmanuel." So now this is the look for today. And if you like what you see, you guys, please stay tuned. Welcome beauties and cuties, and thank you for joining me for this holiday look. I'm gonna start off with the AOA Studio Professional High Definition Brush Set that I got from TikTok, and it's off of She Miss A. I'm gonna make sure I put that in the link so you guys can check it out. But I will be using these nice brushes to do my makeup as we go. So they come in these beautiful packaging here. Nice little set. I unwrapped it and you open it up like this. And it comes with about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 brushes. So I'll be using them along with my other brushes to do this. Let me see. I already prepped and primed. And I used some of my orange concealer to color correct any dark pigmentation. And you see I already pre-did my eyebrows because I have other videos that I have done plenty of brows. So you guys already know how I do my brows. And we are going to start off, I'm thinking, with the eye look. So I'm going to start off with using my P. Louise base. This base is in 0.5. I'm going to use my concealer brush, my P. Louise concealer brush here. And I'm just going to use this all over the lids. And as you can see in this video, my hair is no longer that paprika copper orange color. I had to go back to something light. So it is now a nice rose gold blondish color. And I'm trying to figure out how to keep my hair straight. So I've been using curlers, trying to keep the heat off of it. And all you other naturals that keep the hair straight, please send me some pointers because I'm trying to figure out how to keep my hair from being fuzzy and how to keep the heat off of it while I am keeping it straight. But it is the winter time now, and the weather is pretty chill, so I don't have to deal with any humidity really. And yeah, it's been staying pretty straight. So we're just gonna blend this out. Also, as we go, I bought some other new products that I haven't tried yet. Pretty sure some of you might have tried them already, but I haven't tried them yet. So I'm going to be adding them in this video. So I'm just blending this out. And I'm going to start off with my Too Faced Natural Matte palette. It looks like this and smells delicious, as always, with most of Too Faced's palettes. So we're going to start off with the color. The next thing I'm going to do is clean this up a bit. And I'm going to use my P. Louise concealer brush that I was just using. This is the number 7072. The concealer brush, number 7072. Cleavage. This color here. And I'm going to use that as my transition color. And we're going to just blend that out in my crease and in the corners of my eyes. Okay. I'm going to do the other side. So I love doing holiday looks because I love getting dressed up and I love holiday parties. And holiday looks are just fancy. And who doesn't love looking fancy? I know most girly girls like to look fancy, so. Okay. Now that it's in the crease, we're gonna take a deeper shade of brown in this same Too Faced palette, and I'm going to go to a deeper shade of, it's called Sexpert. It's this color here. We are going to put this in the contour of the eyelid. And then I'm gonna bring that around to my inner crease. And deepen that crease up a bit. Okay. Let's bring that out a little. Because we want to have some dimension here. And I'm going to do the same to the opposite eye. So, I want to know, what do you guys like to do for the holidays besides spending time with family? Some extra, like, you know, ordinary things to do. I know sometimes some families like to go on Christmas or Thanksgiving and like to get cabins and spend time there under a nice fire, hang out in front of the lake, and enjoy your time in nature. I feel like that's pretty fun. I actually want to do that myself. Maybe one Christmas or Thanksgiving with the family. Oh, and by the way, I'm using another P. Louise brush in number 121. All right. So the next thing I like to do here is that I'm going to blend this top shade here out a bit. And I'm using the another P. Louise brush here in the number 126. And I'm just gonna use a lighter shade. I'm gonna mix less is more with Heaven. I'm just gonna blend this out here. And I'm doing the same up here. Then I'm gonna go back to that same blending brush, the 120, and just whatever I have left, come back in and just blend that out. We're gonna do the same on the other side. So everything looks nice and smooth. Okay. The next, I'm gonna come back with my other P. Louise brush in number 121. And we're gonna go into Risky Business because it's a deeper brown shade. And I'm gonna bring that in here, in the corner here. And deepen this this outer corner up a bit. And just, you can pack that on. And I'm gonna use my P. Louise base again. And I just want to clean this up a bit. And if this is not as easy for you. You do not have to rush. You can slowly cut out whatever shape you want. All right, so I'm gonna go back in here and I'm gonna use the color Risky Business again. And I'm gonna go back over these corners and deepen them. I'm gonna take my brush I did the transition color in, and that was in the number 120. And just dust that out a bit. Okay, we're gonna go into the Too Faced Gingerbread palette because it is Christmas time, and this is one of their Christmas palettes. And here are the colors that are in this palette. It's one of my favorite palettes to use, not just through the Christmas season. Still the same palette I like using a lot. Okay, so I am going to go, and I'm going to use the LE Studio brush. I'm gonna use this. And we're going to use it in E108. And I'm going to use this to put my lid color on. And I'm thinking we should use Candy Queen. Candy Queen is like this goldish, if you could see. Trying to get a good look here. Yeah, this gold shimmery color. And I'm going to put that over here in the middle of my lid. Yeah, right there. So we're just going to bring that up. And you could like pat it in there, because you want it to stay. And I'm going to just do that towards the middle, because I want to put a more neuter color and a more matte color in my corners. Okay, so I'm going to stop right there, and I'm going to do the same for the other side. And I love how smooth this brush is. It's really perfect for what I'm doing right now. When I want this to be a little more cleaned up, honestly, I just take a cleaner brush, like a little skinny brush, and I just go around here just to make sure everything is clean. And dust off any little particles of glitter. Like, I'm gonna use the color in the gingerbread palette. I'm gonna use called Plenty of Dough. It's here. I'm going to use the same brush I was just using. Dust that brush off a bit. And I'm gonna use that in my inner corners. I'm just pat that in there. That is all patted in. The next thing I'm going to do is use that clean brush again, just to make sure there's no extras going on. To move everything out smooth. I'm going to use my Wet n Wild waterproof liner here. Now I'm going to clean up this eyeliner, and we're going to get into that part. I'm going to use my concealer brush again to clean up this eyeliner. And these are one of the new products that I have bought from Sephora. And this is by Tower 28. And this is the color 16.0 SB. Which I think means soft beige in their colors. The soft beige adds a highlight color later. Yeah, I think I'm going to use that as a highlight color. So yeah, I can use that for my eyes right now. And then I also bought the color 14.0, and that is PV. And I'm not sure what color that was in their shades, but it matched my skin tone. Alright, so I'm going to clean up my under eye with that 16.0, which is SB. And by the way, this concealer has serum inside. With my concealer brush. Clean that up a bit. The next thing I want to do is my under eye area, and I'm just going to deepen the under eye up a bit. I'm going to use the brush 121 because it has a deeper shade on it, and I'm going to go and use these two shades, Cinnamon and Midnight Snack. So we're going to mix those two together, and I'm going to use that on my under eye. I'm just gonna go with a gel liner under my eye. And it's in like a soft black. Sometimes do my eyeshadow before I do the rest of my makeup because my eyes are always tearing. That's why it's best for me to do my eyes before I do the rest of my face, especially when I'm doing a heavy eyeshadow look. So right now I'm going to put my mascara on. Let me see, I'm going to use the Charlotte Tilbury Engage Your Eyes Volume Mascara. Not too heavy because I'm gonna put lashes on. I'm just gonna let that dry. For my lashes, let me see what I'm going to use for the lashes. For the lashes, I'm gonna be using these Pro Beauty Essential Fox Mink lashes in the wispies. And a tip for eyelashes, I like to bend them this way so they'd be the curvature of your eye shape. And I also measure my scissors, and we are going to measure. Now, I already know the shape of my eyelashes, so I already know how much to cut for mine, because most eyelashes are already too long for me, so I already know how much to cut. And then I continue to round them for the shape of my eye. I'm going to be using the Duo Eyelash Glue, and this is the one with the olive oil in it. And it has the brush, which makes it way more easier. So, the trick that I like to do to make them stay on longer, and I'm going to use my other mirror for this, is that I like to brush them on first across the eyelashes or the eyelid, close to my eyelashes. And I brush it on. And I let that get clear. And then I also brush it on the eyelash. And I just let it dry a bit before I put them on. Now you can use a tweezer to help you. For me, I've been doing this for a while, so I kind of don't use the tweezers. I really don't need to. I might use it just to straighten them up a bit after I'm done. and I place it in the middle of my lash, and you see like that, and I just maneuver them as close as I can to my lash line. So I'm gonna leave this one a little bit alone and let it dry a bit. Then I'm gonna fix it a little bit more with the tweezer. So this one is on. Okay, now so both lashes are on, and I'm gonna use Tower 28 PV. That was 14. Oh, that's what number this concealer was. And it's from Tower 28. And I'm going to use that under my eyes here. I'm going to bring that around here. Little here and a little right here brush. Okay, so this is actually the blending brush from Real Techniques. And I'm just going to blend this out a bit. And I tried to make this not too heavy, and I build as I go. So I start off with a very light layer of makeup. And I'm not so heavy on the first layer of concealer because I don't want this to be heavy, especially under the eyes. All right, so this is my first time using this concealer, and I feel like it blends pretty well. I like how it blends. It's pretty smooth, and also a lot goes a long way. I could tell that. So I'm gonna let that sit before I get into any highlighting. I'm just gonna do this first layer of concealer. And then we are going to bronze up, which is the contour, but I really like to just bronze a bit. So I'm going to be using my Danessa Myricks contour, which I love so much. My cream contour bronzer, and it is in the color Deep 2. You can tell I use this a lot. And I'm going to use my contour and buffing brush, also by Real Techniques. And they're a very reasonable price brush, but I love them the most. And I'm gonna bronze upward because I want that more lifted look today. Snatch the face a little bit more. And I love how Danessa Myricks creams just blend into the skin. Like, all her makeup just blends right into the skin. And with her makeup, a little goes a long way too as well. I'm also gonna bring that around the face because I have a good size forehead. And so we just gonna blend that out here. Bring that under the lower lip to make that lip pout a little bit more. Snatch that jawline a bit. And these brushes are by Belly, which is like a gold hair brush, natural gold hair. And I'm going to use this to snatch my nose. And then I'm going to use my other concealer, the SB concealer, which is 16.0 by Tower 28. And I'm going to go down the nose. I'm going to use this, also use this to highlight. And I'm going to use my Real Technique blending brush again to blend out this. And I'm starting out with the outer corner. Blending that out first. And then I'm going to go in the inner corner. And blend that out. Bringing it around. I really do like this concealer. Like, I feel like it's blending out really nicely. Very beautiful. I'm just using the excess on my forehead. It is blending out very well. Okay, another item that I bought that I was willing to really try, I've been waiting to really try, was the Fenty Beauty Foundation. Now, I've tried their matte foundation, and this is their naturally luminous foundation called So Lit. And I am excited to really try this one. Okay, so we are opening it together. And I got mine in the color 385. So now I'm going to be using the AOA Studio from She Miss A, and I'm going to use this flat brush, and it's the high def brush in F7. I did about like 2 pumps, really 1.5. Let's see. I'm liking the feel of this foundation. Nice and soft. Access on the forehead. Very soft. And I like how it melts into the skin. And the coverage is very nice. Now, this is a really nice and soft foundation. And what I like to do when I go test out makeup at the store in Sephora is that I put it on, especially foundations or concealers, and then I walk around the store with it to see how it may oxidize. I like to put foundation over the lips as well. And yeah, like I'm really loving this right now. This finish is so pretty. The finish is very pretty. This is really cute. All right, I'm gonna use the One Size translucent powder, and this is in the color Rich Peach. Yeah, it's what I've been using lately to make sure makeup lasts very long. I'm just gonna put a light layer with my powder brush. My powder sponge. And I just like to do a little bit on my hand here. And I set my makeup. I really don't bake too much. I just set the foundation and concealer in. I do not heavily bake. You just set this all in and you just let it melt. I'm gonna bring that over the nose like this. Okay. And now I'm going to bronze. One of my favorites, the One Size bronzer in dark. I need to buy a new one, to be honest. And I'm going to bronze. And I like to look kind of bronzy, so whatever your preference is as far as bronzing, I like to be bronzy. Bring that color back into the skin. I'm just gonna bronze my nose a bit with the belly brush again. I'm just gonna take the One Size translucent powder and I'm just gonna go under my cheekbones as well. Okay, next step here is I'm going to use my Charlotte Tilbury powder in tan. And I'm just gonna make that nice and smooth here. Just a light layer to highlight that inner corners. Brighten it up a bit. And then I got the Fenty Pro Filter in Soft Matte Powder. And I'm gonna use that to set. Very beautiful case. I love it. This is in the color 420. This is a very soft, beautiful powder. It really brings it all together. The next thing I'm going to do here is my blush binder by the Crown Case. And since this is a more glamorous look for the holiday, I think I want to use, let me see. Let me see, something with a more burgundy, maybe a burgundy tone. These two deeper shades together. This is like a burgundy tone and like the red. I'm gonna mix them two together to get a good color. Yeah, I like that. I'll bring that up here. And I like to add a little bit to the nose. But yeah, very pretty. So while we're doing that, I'm gonna go back to the eyes. But for a second, I'm going to spray my Morphe Jumbo Continuous Setting Spray. I'll let that set. And I am going to finish up the eyes. So I'm going to be using, to finish up the eyes, the Danessa Myricks palette. And we are going to use her Light and Work Volume 5 palette here. I'm going to use a tiny brush for my inner corners because we want this to pop. I'm thinking I should use, it's called Fearless. And it's this bright golden orangey kind of color. And we're going to use that here. And we want that to pop even more, so I'm gonna put a different color on top. So we're gonna take another color out of this palette to make it just brighten up a little bit more. And I'm gonna use Protected. Right on top. Look how pretty that is. This is one of my favorite palettes as well, but I'm about to take one of my favorites. After I do my mascara, let me do my bottom lashes first. And I'm going to blend the ones up top as well. Okay. That is all done. So now I'm gonna get one of my favorite holiday highlighters. My favorite holiday highlighters, and I'm going to use this MAC limited edition. It's called Snow Flush Extra Dimension Skin Finish Highlighter. And it has a really, really pretty color. Just gonna use my fan brush here, and this is from Morphe's Brentwood palette. And we're gonna use this pretty highlight. It has like a shade of sparkly red, if you can see that. Perfect for Christmas and New Year's. Look at that. I like to put a little here. And then on the nose, let me move that fan. And on the nose here. And then here. Okay, so far, I am liking the look because we are doing this as we go. So now, I bring my bangs back down. And I'm thinking about a lip. So I'm trying to see, should I keep it a neutral lip or should we do a pop of color? So since it's Christmas, let me see. Let's do a red lip. We're gonna do a red lip. And I'm going to line it with a red and not a brown. So we're gonna use the MAC color High Energy. And I'm gonna line my lips with that. I think I got this around Christmas time too. It was another limited edition color. Let me sharpen it up a bit. I actually might have got it at the same time as the highlighter. Line my lips. And let me see what kind of red I want to use. I think I have some MAC red colors, so let me see what I have. What color is this one? Oh, perfect. We can use the color Work, Work, Work. And it's 922, and it's MAC. So I'm gonna use this. It's a perfect red shade. And a lot of times I like to use my brown liners with my lipsticks, but this is nice red on red. Very nice shade with this look. And it's one of their matte shades. You can either keep it like this, or we can use a lip gloss to go over it. For the sake of this video, I am going to show you the lip gloss we're going to put over it because I got a new Fenty lip gloss. And it's called Gloss Bomb Heat. And it's in Hot Cherry. I'm just going to put this right on top. And I put a little up on top and a little at the bottom, because I still want to make sure this is long lasting. This lip gloss also has plumper in it too as well. And this is how it looks with the gloss. Now to finish this look, I like to add my beauty marks back in because they're like covered a bit. When I do the makeup, it always covers it up. So I like to add them back in at the end. And I just use a liner to do it. So I have one here at my nose. If you can see it, it's naturally here. I just put it back. And I have one here by my lip. And then I have two on my cheek. One up here. And one here. And then you can't really see the other one right now because of my bangs, but there's one up here. See, they're very faint. When you use the makeup, it kind of like covers them up. So the very last two steps of this is we are going to use our setting spray and fix spray so that it stays all day. So I'm going to use the Charlotte Tilbury airbrush, Flawless Airbrush setting spray first. Especially if you want it to last all day, if you're going to a party, family gathering, event. This is going to set the makeup. And to make it last all day, we're going to use our One Size Until Dawn. And this is the final look. So if you like more holiday looks like this, please continue to join me. I will be doing a bunch of looks like this for this month. Different kinds. If you have any suggestions, let me know and I will do the look for you. But as always, God bless.